What's up, my people? It is Wednesday night. Typically, we do a what to look forward to kind of thing. I don't really feel like watching Vanderbilt tape. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I do not feel like watching Vanderbilt tape. These six guys that we're going to watch tonight could start tomorrow for Vanderbilt. No doubt about it. So I'm not here to – they got enough people crapping on them. I'm not here to crap on them anymore. But y'all aren't going to want to watch it. I'm not going to want to watch it. So I'm not even going to bring it to you. What I am going to bring you is the six remaining targets. Look, everybody and their mama knows who Georgia is after to fill out the rest of their 2021 class. Okay, there's six names. And if there's any more names, if some random player pops up in the 2021 class, I would be stunned. But they've only got room for a handful of these six. I would be shocked if they took all six, to be honest with you. So these six guys we're going to watch, not that they wouldn't take all six. If all six of these guys wanted to commit to Georgia tomorrow, that by hell or high water, they would find a way to make room for these gentlemen. But we're going to watch them. I mean, it's Nyland Green, it's Maason Smith, it's Xavier Sorey, it's Tyrion Arnold, Donovan Edwards, and, of course, Korey Foreman. We're going to watch all the tape tonight of all six of those guys. So the pre-show tonight, this opening, rant I typically give you guys, it's going to be really, really short. We got a lot of content and a lot of tape to go over tonight. So we're going to jump right into it. I will say this. I think Georgia's class as of right now is very, very solid, okay, at 19 commits. But, guys, everyone's got to remember, okay, and nobody really wants to talk about numbers because it's really, really finicky, and that staff up there in Georgia can make things fit and shift and do all kinds of funky stuff with their numbers and find a way to make guys fit into their class. But just remember, Trey McKitty counts into this class. JT Daniels counts into this class, and Jamie Newman counts into this class. All three of those transfers, and technically, unless he's still a walk-on, which I would assume he is because he didn't win the job, Jared Zirkle was a gray shirt last year. Had he won the job, he would have counted in this class. So it's really, really, really tough when you start talking about numbers, how they're going to make things fit, what are they going to do? I don't know. All I'm telling you is those three guys, those transfers, JT, Jamie, and Trey, they all count on 2021's class. However he gets to, and let's say all six of these guys want to commit tomorrow, however he makes it happen, I don't know. And I'm not going to try to figure it out either. Excuse me. When I get text messages, I got to read them. Y'all know how the deal is. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start with Nyland Green. Big time corner commit, corner prospect, 6'3", a little bona fide 6'3", 190 pounds, and some of the best ball skills I've ever evaluated at the cornerback position. Most guys can't track it and pick it like this kid can. Phenomenal stuff. And plays in a really, really tough conference or region, if you will. That 7A region in Gwinnett County, I hold that up with just about anybody, okay? So the Parkviews, the Graysons, the Brookwoods, the Newtons, the North Gwinnett's, all those schools up there, I hold those in the same caliber and the same light as that 7A division down in South Georgia with Valdosta, Lowndes, Tift County, Colquitt County. Those schools, big-time football players every single year, really tough conference, really tough region. Same thing with this Gwinnett County region. So these guys are always going to be battle-tested. These guys are going to be ready to play college football. So let's hop right into it. All right, first thing you need to know is about Nyland, man. Dude's got really, really elite top-end speed. He's right here in the slot. He's about to catch just a slant and just take this all the way down the middle of the field. Look, everybody converges on him. He takes the first, major hit, and then this buddy right here has got an angle on him. He's got an angle on him. Now, I know Marquise Groves Killebrew played for Brookwood. Andre Stewart, who I believe this is right here, played for Brookwood. I can't tell based off the numbers which one of these guys is Marquise. I think this is Andre, and I think Marquise had left the game at this point with a minor knee injury. He ultimately ended up hurting his elbow later on in the game. But watch the straightaway speed, okay? The long speed, No questions about it, okay? And as a corner prospect, why does that matter, Brooks? Well, it matters because sometimes you got to get at top end speed on go routes and be able to run with guys, okay? Track speed is very, very, very important at that corner position. Just ask Eric Stokes. Eric Stokes is one of the fastest 100-meter runners in the SEC right now. I guarantee if you line it up, and he never gets beat deep because he's got great, great long speed. Okay, let's go to 21. Look, I love his tape at safety, and it's something Nyland and I have talked about over and over and over again. Man, the dude's hips are so fluid. His ball skills are so great. His reaction time is so good that I just want to see him play in the back end. I think his NFL future is at safety, and him and I have argued about this. He wants to play corner. He wants to walk down, play press man-to-man. That's what he enjoys most. But I'm going to tell you right now, the tape at safety is some of the best in the country. Look at this. Opens up to the field, watches the quarterback's eyes, flips back around, gets all the way over to this attempted go route that's completely underthrown, and then picks the ball off. Okay? And when he's got the ball in his hands afterwards, he is electric. No doubt about it. But this is what he wants to do. He wants to walk down, and this is Dejon Edwards, who, if you guys don't know about him, y'all going to find out about him pretty quickly. This is what Nyland wants to do. Nyland wants to walk down in your face, play press man-to-man, and then, pick the ball off. Again, elite ball skills, okay? This guy can go get the daggum pigskin. He will pick it off, and when he gets it in his hands, if he's not diving for it, trying to make a play, he's got an opportunity to take it back for 6. We're going to 109 is where I want to go next. Again, guys, y'all got to bear with me. I was at this game against McEachern. This dude he's running away from is one of the fastest guys in 7A football, okay? And he ain't running away from him, but he's leaving him. I'm telling you, he is bona fide. And he's even got some return skills. I don't know. I don't think he's going to end up returning the football for Georgia for Clemson, Georgia, wherever he goes. Some of these guys, I'm going to slip up tonight, guys. I'm going to assume they end up at Georgia. Some of the stuff that we're going to talk about is going to be about a fit to Georgia. Same thing with Maason Smith when we break him down next. We're going to talk about whether or not he's playing nose tackle at Georgia or whether or not he's going to be trying to play defensive tackle at Georgia. What are they recruiting him? What are they telling him? That's kind of the stuff we're trying to figure out based off tape. All these guys are uncommitted, obviously. Going to 109. Already did 109. What? What was I trying to see then? Because I was trying to see some star play. All right, this next clip after this one with Nyland is another safety clip, which is, again, where I think he's best. Look at the ground he covers. And look, he's playing single high, deep safety. All right, he's just got control of the middle of the field. Go read the quarterback's eyes and go make a play. Boom, immediately opens up the hips to the field, and he is full tilt, full go, and boom. High points the football and picks this joker off all the way up there at the top of the screen. I know it's really, really hard to see because over there in Newton High School, they got this really, really big stadium, and the cameraman sits all the way in the top. Boom. Okay, that's what I want to see him do. Again, I'm positive he can go out in college football and be a bona fide corner. I think his move on Sundays is to play, maybe in the star position, off ball, or as a safety, things like that. Okay, a lot of people don't like to tell kids this. They kind of want to tell them what they want to hear, what the kid wants to hear. I don't have no problems telling a kid what my honest opinion is, and this is what my opinion of the kid is. Look, he's 6'3", 190 pounds. Yeah, he's got great man-to-man abilities. And at a place like Georgia, at a place like Clemson, those types of things are really advantageous for a corner, right? I mean, he would be excellent in Clemson's cover 3 scheme. Just to be able to sit off ball, turn your hips, put your butt to the sideline, and go find the ball and high point it would be excellent. But this is what I think he's going to be doing on Sundays because it's such a valuable position, which is that off-ball corner / star / safety / in the box corner, or what we call a nickel corner was the origination of it. And here's why. Watch him. Look how comfortably he is in his back pedal off ball. And again, of course, he's going to pick this ball off. But look just how comfortable he is opening his hips and going and finding the football and then making highlight plays after with the rock. And here's the other thing. At 100, at 6'3", the movement patterns on this kid are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Look at him, okay? Everything he does is really, really, really smooth. It's really explosive, all that good stuff. And let me tell you this. How many guys that are this highly rated or this highly, touted as a recruit are out there long snapping for their high school football team? And I'm going to tell you what, from what I've seen, because I watched him two or three times in person just this year, dude's a pretty daggone good long snapper, okay? And when he does, he gets out there and he pursues the football and boom, he plays physically constantly. Everywhere he goes, he is physical. And that's what I like about him. Look, if you're going to play corner at Clemson or at a school like Georgia, you're going to have to be physical. Okay, they ask their corners to do all kinds of physical stuff. Come down, set the edge. How many times have you seen Eric Stokes into the boundary blitz and they make him set the edge? They ask him to set the edge. They spike the defensive end into B gap, ask the corner to set the edge. Look, if you're going to play corner at Georgia, there is no doubt about it. You have got to be physical. And this kid is physical. Now, here's what I love about him. Again, watch how quick and explosive he gets out of this back pedal and back into a forward motion. Watch him. Boom, quick click. That's what we call that. Quick click. I mean, he's excellent as a wide receiver. I'm going to tell you that right now. But here again, watch him. Down and press, man. He wants to get his hands on you. And then when the ball's not being thrown and he has to come down and play the run, he will. Which is why, again, I think he would really, really translate into a in-the-box type or on the edge of the box type of corner, nickel corner. I would love, and I mean love, to see this type of stuff play in a Clemson system with Venables where they do the kind of Justin Simmons stuff, or they do I think Scully was his name. They just free roam a safety. Just let the guy go hawk the ball. Nyland would be insane at that. But if he goes to a place like Georgia where they're more conventional, they're either going to play man-to-man or they're going to play zone or you're going to play star or you're going to play, traditional safety, whatever it is, he can do that too. I mean, he can do this all day long. Boom. Off the edge out here. He can do this kind of stuff too. He can pursue the football. Who the heck was that on the front side? Oh, I know who that is. He's going to Minnesota. Yeah. He's a good ball player. His name is Green as well. Darius Green, I believe. And he's about to take this dude into the sideline up at the top of the screen. The film cuts off maybe because he might have got a personal foul, but nasty. Okay. I love when corners like this, that when you ask them, hey, what do you want to do? And the first thing they say, oh, I want to play press man, coach. I want to play press man, coach. I want to get down to somebody's face and I want to run man to man, coach. Every corner in their mama wants to talk about that. But when I turn on the tape, when I go see you in person, are you sticking your nose in there when the ball is ran your way? This kid will. Absolutely every single time, this kid will. Again, he's setting the edge right here. He is leaving his outside arm free. He is keeping that outside arm free and turning that ball back inside. Okay? That is phenomenal. And if you look closely, there's your boy right there. Okay? And that's my guy, Jeff Santel, standing right next to him. Okay? So it is important when I'm evaluating you, especially as a corner, how physical are you? There's a guy that's going to pop up here in a little bit, in Tyrion Arnold, who plays safety, that he's almost too physical. He can't get it out of his game. He don't know how to not play like a nasty SOB, which I would prefer that, okay? I would. Again, right here. How about, hey, Phil Moffa? I'm not scared, dude. Phil Moffa is the biggest high school running back I've seen in probably 10 years, okay? He's a bona fide 6'3", a bona fide 230 pounds, got a full beard, okay, is a grown man going to Clemson. And check this out. Nyland's out there catching the stiff arm. Don't matter. I'm still going to play physical. I'm going to bring your butt down. I'm telling you right now, after having seen Phil Moffa 4 times this year, the first defender rarely ever tackles him. Nyland Green can get it done. I like Nyland's game a lot. One of my favorite prospects in this 2021 class. Hands down. Not even close. Now, this dude's pretty good too. This Maason Smith joker right here. Off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, the reach is stupid. Stupid. Okay? And when you look at it on tape, it pops up immediately. Look at this joker's arms. Look at this joker's arms. Okay, now he does favor the swim move. He will do this over and over and over again on tape. That's how he wins. But look at the reach. Okay? This dude has bionic arms. Okay? I mean, it looks like Elastigirl, okay? But it's Elastomaason, all right? I don't even know what that means. And I also love the intensity that he plays with. The dude is constantly mad, all right? And he's constantly playing with high energy, high effort, those types of things that I need you to do if you're going to be playing defensive line in the SEC or wherever he ends up going. Well, right now it looks like it's either LSU or Georgia. So, yeah, if you're going to be playing in the SEC, this is what I need you to do. Now, the next question is, what does the fit look like at Georgia? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, he's 6'5", probably 305 pounds. I got sources close to him that, might have mentioned he might have bulked up to around 320 pounds during quarantine and stuff like that. So the weight can get up there and get up there pretty quickly. So, again, it comes down to a question of what is he going to play at Georgia? Okay, they got another 6'5", 300-pounder in Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. You only got room to play one of them big jokers at the nose tackle position. So which one of these, TID or Maason Smith, can play the Devontae Wyatt role? Which one of these guys can play that Tyler Clark role, that 3 technique, that traditional defensive tackle? Which one of these guys is it going to be? I think it's probably going to be TID. Matter of fact, I think they're probably going to flip-flop. They'll play them both constantly because they're both too daggum good to get off the field. But, I mean, just look, guys, the body is ridiculous, okay? Again, 6'5", I would say a bona fide 305 pounds, maybe even a little bit heavier, but this is what he likes to do. He likes to swim move. Now, let's say he goes to LSU, are they going to allow him to continue to do that? I don't know. I'm going to tell you right now, I watch ball every Friday or every Saturday. I watch it on Sundays. I rewatch it on Sundays. I rewatch it again on Monday and Tuesday and sometimes Wednesday if I got to. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see too many SEC defensive linemen hitting the swim move. It just don't happen. You know why? Because when you do this right here, when you stand straight up, okay, straight up, I mean all of 6'5", and you do this right here, guess what? That dude's got your chest. 64 right here, this little scrub, he's got his chest. He just can't do nothing with it because he ain't got what Maason got from God, okay? The good Lord bless Maason Smith with something that this little joker just ain't got. So he can get away with this kind of stuff over and over and over again. But I'm going to tell you right now, guess who was blessed with what 94 has? A guy by the name of Ben Cleveland. Guess who was blessed with what 94 has? A guy by the name of Cedric Van Prangranger. You get it? Like, these dudes that play in the SEC, they going to jack your crap up if you come in here playing this high. Okay, so is the swim move a realistic move in the SEC? Probably not, but I got some footage I'm going to show you here in a minute. He's got some other moves. He can get to them. It's just about when the actual bullets start flying, he don't really get to his full arsenal, which is, I mean, some would call it concerning. I call it room for improvement. Here he is back into a 3 technique, and we're going to get right to the tight because this end zone clip or this sideline clip don't really show you what you need to see. I mean, just look at the explosiveness, man. Explosiveness, man, is what I'm trying to say. I did want to show you this, though. What I was watching today is, okay, his first foot is in the ground. He's 6'5", 305 pounds. His first foot is in the ground. This dude's is still in the air. This guy's is still in the air. Neither of these linebackers have taken a daggum step. This defense or outside linebacker is leaning forward, ain't really moved. He's false stepping right now. And the guy on the backside ain't moved a lick. The only dude who has moved is 94. And he's the biggest guy on the field. So he's not just winning with brute strength. He's beating 51 across his face because his first step is so daggum fast, okay? And it's not elongated. Look how quick it is. It's up and back down into the ground, okay? They do this drill as defensive linemen where you pick your foot up, step over a little hurdle, and stick it right back into the ground. That's because on the offensive and defensive lines, the gentleman who gets his first 2 feet in the ground typically wins on almost every single rep, unless, again, you're, playing against something that's just God-given. But this is technique, okay? There's good pad level right there. He's 6'5". I would say this right tackle is about 5'11", maybe 6 foot, and rips right through there, okay? Now, the genuine question here. We were just watching a guy go up against schools like Grayson, schools like Parkview, and schools like Brookwood. I'm going to tell you right now, this dude's got his right hand on the ground playing left tackle. This dude's got his right hand on the ground playing left guard. They're in a wing tee out of the shotgun. There ain't a whole bunch of college football players right now on this offensive line. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, so this dude ain't even got his daggum shoulder pads buttoned up. So ain't a whole lot of dudes out there that this kid's just manhandling. So there's going to be some, adjustment period. But I'm going to show you a couple things that I really, really, really like about Maason in terms of how much his body has changed over the last couple of years. And here's a good clip. We're going to watch this from the end zone clip, and I want you to just sear this into your brain, okay? There's the swim move again. Guys, when I tell you that a kid favors a move as a defensive lineman, I'm not lying. I'm not at all. If you go watch this kid's tape for 3 years, this is about the only move he uses to win, okay? About. Now, look at that, okay? Look at that Joker move. About said the B word. Look at that Joker move, okay? He looks great as a senior. The body looks insane. He looks like an SEC defensive lineman that's ready to roll right now, which is why right here, when I see him in the open field, I think he can play 3 technique for Georgia. I also think he can bump in the nose and play the nose tackle position for Georgia if they ask him to do so. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what they're telling him. I don't know if they're telling him, hey, come play 3 technique for us. I guarantee you that LSU and Georgia are probably telling him the same thing. Yeah, we'll let you play 3 technique. Come on, baby. Just come on, sign on the dotted line. We'll let you play 3 technique. And then as soon as he gets there, he probably plays the shade at LSU and plays the true 0 at Georgia. Okay? I don't know. This, just like Nyland. I know Nyland, everybody that's recruiting Nyland is telling him, yeah, we'll let you play corner. And then when they get there, they might reassess. Yeah, you probably need to move to star, son. Probably need to move to safety, son. That's where we like you best, son. That kind of stuff. Okay? Now, let's watch some of this, some of these clips I was going to show you. Now, know how I told you that he constantly favors this swim move? What I know about him is I know that he's got some he's got a really good arsenal when he wants to get there. And here's how I know, okay? He's got a spin move. If he wants it, he does. He's got a spin move. Shout out to my boy, Camp Magola. I'm going to butcher that one. Let me go look at that. What's my buddy's name? Camp Mula. Magola. Of course, Camp Mula. My boy, Ernest Harvey. Okay? Shout out to him. He's the one that trains Maason really closely. Okay? He's got a daggum good bull rush, but you knew that one. Okay? You knew you were going to see a bull rush from a 6'5", 310-pound defensive tackle. You knew that one. Okay? But what I like about this, and I wish I could slow it down, and I wish I could pause it with my space bar. Looks like I can pause it with just a click. Boom. I like the long arm. Okay? He's got massive arms. He knows it. He sticks that long arm right in that kid's chest. That dude has no way to win. I like that a lot. Okay, let's watch some more clips. And I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to let it roll. There's the swim move again. You already know that. You're going to see that over and over again when you watch this kid. There's the swim move and a spin. How about that? The swim move doesn't land. I like this. This is rushing with a plan and then ad-libbing as the plan don't work. Boom, the swim move doesn't get me. Guy replaced his hands really well. So what do? I spin back inside and get to the quarterback. I like that. That's good. And right off the top, a spin move, a rip underneath. That's cool. That's good to see. I like that. What else we got? Oh, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, 315 pounders, which I'm sure right here he's about 320. 320 pounders should not be doing this. This move right here. Let me get back to it. This little hezzy, boom, that right there. That shouldn't happen, boys and girls. I'm gonna show you a clip later where Korey Foreman tries this. That's stupid. Okay, that should be outlawed. And then this one-on-one stuff is ridiculous. Now, let me go show. I love the attitude. I absolutely love the attitude this kid plays with. You will never get me to say anything other than that. Let me show you some junior tape. Just show you how much the body's changed. Okay. And this is all a testament to him and his people. Whoever's around him, this is him right here at 70. Now, remember that picture I told you to just sear into your brain? This is a very, very similar clip. And just look, guys, it's not the same football player, okay? It doesn't look like the same athlete. His senior tape looks completely different than what we're looking at right here, okay? Look at that body. It looks nothing like we saw as a senior. So there you go. You see some progression in the young man's game year 3 to year 4. That's great to see for a kid who's extremely highly touted as a junior. He was invited to the opening as a junior based off this tape right here. So that's great to see. Bottom line, I don't know where they play him. That's the thing. And it's a good problem to have, honestly. It's a really, really good problem to have. I don't know where they play him. Let's take some questions while I go load up the next couple of highlight films because, Huddle be tripping, and I got to watch 30 seconds worth of advertisements. So if y'all got any questions, please feel free to send them jokers in. Just got in. Who we looking at? We're about to look at Korey Foreman. So there's that. Do or did you ever cover Meade High School in Florida? Absolutely not. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't really going down to Florida. I got mad respect for Chad Simmons. Chad Simmons covers about the entire Southeast. I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough to just cover Georgia in terms of physical recruiting, going out and seeing young men play. That's my bag. I don't be making the long trips. So as I take forever to get to Mr. Foreman's huddle, but we're really going to watch the one-on-ones at the opening. What up, Sammy? Anytime we got a recruit dropping by, I got to talk to him. What's up, Mr. Mbake? Sam is a 2022 wide receiver out at Brookwood High School, one of the best that the state of Georgia has to offer, was formerly at IMG Academy after spending some time at North Cobb High School and finished off his junior year at Brookwood High School. So Brookwood had a really good football team this year, just got banged up late, man. Just some really, really unfortunate injuries towards the end of the season. And just, as the kids say, crap happens, if you know what I mean. So I can't seem to find this link that I put into my own email address. So it looks like me and D coming different next year. I hope so, man. He's talking about Denylon Morissette, the kid that we showed you a little bit earlier. Yeah, Denylon and Sam Mbake as your 1 and 2 wide receiver. You're doing all right. You know what I mean? You ain't necessarily hurting when it comes to talent on the outside. See another question in here. What are chances we land Foreman? I might address this a little bit later. I think they're pretty thin. Of all the guys we were watching tonight, I think your chances to land Korey Foreman are the least likely. And I know you guys don't want to hear that. You don't come in here for quote unquote negativity, but I'm going to shoot you real. I really do believe that most likely, I think Korey Foreman ends up at Clemson. Let's take a couple more questions. How does UGA's D-line stack up right now in the SEC? Well, they're leading the SEC in sacks, so pretty good right? Pretty good. So I got the Foreman tape pulled up. Let's share it. All right, enough of the questions for now. We got to get to some highlights. All right, so this is the opening. Now, this is him as a junior. I'm going to go on and forewarn you. If any of Tate Ratledge's family or friends are in the vicinity, you might want to leave, okay? So forewarning. Just going to let you know. If you are here and you are watching, you need to leave because it's about to get ugly, all right? And I'm a big Tate fan, okay? He just got his lunch money stolen, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes they get you, all right? Especially when you're at the opening, playing against a guy like this. Now, before we watch any of these clips, let me tell you a little story. So I'm talking to an SEC staffer, right? Talking to an SEC staffer, and I'm like, man, I got to be honest. Can I be real with you? He's like, yeah, you can be real with me, Brooks. I'm like, look, man, I was watching the tape and looking at some measurables, and like, I get it. Korey Foreman, top 30, top 40 player, but number one player in the country. Like, I don't know if I see that. And he was like, well, here's where you're wrong. The dude went to the opening and just manhandled grown men and just destroyed them for 4 days straight. So go find some highlights of that, or go find some film footage of that, and then come back to me. And so I did, and I watched it, and I was like, okay, you're right. You're so right. Like, he's probably the best player in the country. If not, number 4, like we have him on the SI 99 rankings, I'm comfortable with that. Look, when you're talking about top, I would say 10 players, all those guys are great. In any other year, they might have an opportunity for number 1 apart from Trevor Lawrence's class. Okay, so those kind of things, you're really splitting hairs at that point. But you got to watch this tape. This stuff is stupid, okay? Now, off the rip, when you go to watch this kid, what you're going to notice is dude's got twitch. Like, he's got NFL first step, okay? Watch him. He just pops off the screen, okay? Even against all these guys out there in the opening, the dude just, everything he does is just a ball of muscle and just spring-loaded everywhere he goes, okay? So even when he barely touches you, even when he doesn't lock out completely, he's going to take your angles out of you, okay? I wouldn't necessarily say he, dominated this rep, but he wins the rep because Mr. Mitchell Mays right here gets all of his angles completely taken out of his body. Look, straight leg on this one, on his plant leg, or on his what was his kick foot. Now it's his lead foot, which is all kinds of jacked up. That back foot, straight-legged. Extension, arm extension, none, okay? It's null and void, all right? So he takes your angles out of you immediately, all right? So, and it's all twitchy, okay? And then he does this to you. He gets you on the edge and starts running the hoop on you. We got to slow it down. He gets out here on the edge and starts running the hoop on you. And guess what? He's got hand fighting skills. He's going to slap that lead hand down real quick, and you're on your face. I'm going to say that's probably a sack, okay? Now, let's go to 729. We ain't getting to our boy Tate until the end. Now, it's got really, really good timing on these bull rushes too. Let's watch it full speed first to give you a real sentiment of what we got going on right here. Okay, he's got a really, really good idea of timing on these bull rushes. What do I mean by that? Well, he don't lean in until he knows he's in really, really good striking distance, okay? He sells the speed rush, and then when he's at a point in a straight line from him through your chest to the quarterback, at that point and only that point is he going to come straight downhill and run right through your chest. Boom, okay? Great angles, great lean, and he's going to take them right out of this left tackle or right tackle, okay? It's almost not even fair that some of these high school kids are going up against this guy. And again, this is the Nike opening. All these guys are really, really great football players. Look, this young man is trying. He gives him a fake stab. Watch this right hand from this right tackle. This is actually a pretty veteran move for a kid who's probably played a lot of football. Watch him. Lead hand, okay? Gives him a feint. We call that a feint punch. Give him a feint, pull it back, and then reset your arms. The only problem is he doesn't get inside. Korey does. Korey gets inside leverage and throws him right out the club, okay? Very next clip, okay? Just hit you with the bull rush. Now you're worried about the bull rush. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, he's going to hit you with the spin, okay? The kid really, really knows what he's doing. When I watch Korey Foreman, especially in one-on-ones, when I watch him on tape, when I watch him on film, I'll tell you right now, every single time he goes to rush the passer, he's got a plan, okay? And it's something that it might sound simple, but young defensive linemen don't figure this out until sophomore, junior, senior year in college, okay? I thought sometimes Azeez Ojulari last year really wasn't rushing with a plan. This year, he knows exactly how he wants to beat you and how he's going to beat you. Same thing right here. Korey knows I just hit this kid with a bull rush, and now he's deathly terrified of getting dumped on the back of his head into the quarterback. So what am I going to do? I'm going to catch him leaning and hit a spin dojo on that mofo and just go sack the quarterback. Now, next rep, okay? Remember when I told you earlier that, we're going to see a little fake spin, half spin, roll back around, the little stutter step that we saw from Maason Smith. Now, this is a 6'5", 265, 270-pound kid doing this, and watch how it doesn't exactly look as smooth as even what Maason did. Okay, he's trying to hit the hezzy on this kid. This is Dwight Freeney's OG move. Like, it took Dwight Freeney about 10 years in the NFL to finally start hitting this. Dwight Freeney was known for his inside spin move. So about 8-9 years in the league, he was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to half spin these guys and see if they try to spin with me. And then I'm going to turn right back around, hit them with the hezzy, and go back outside. Same thing right here, okay? Korey's just not really – he ain't done it a lot. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I like that these 3 reps, okay? Let's take it back to the start. These 3 reps, he knew exactly what he was going to do, okay? He comes out, the first rep says, okay, I got this guy. I'm going to bull rush this joker and throw him into the quarterback. Next rep, he's like, I just bull rushed this joker. Now I'm going to spin him. Okay, got him. Next rep, he's like, I just spun him. Now I'm going to half spin him. I'm going to try to get him. Nope. Okay, Walker finally wins 1 rep. Now is the time for all of you people that love you some Tate Ratledge. Just go on and take a break. Or if you want to see somebody get their soul taken, stick around. Here we go. It's the very last clips on the highlight tape. Man, I'm going to tell you what, that Brian Brzee dude, he's nasty. He's just physical. Okay, here we go, Tate. All right. Not necessarily great going on right here. So that's Brian. Get the first rep against Korey. All right, Tate Ratledge, Korey Foreman, senior versus junior, the opening. He's going to hit him with a bull rush. Our inside move first, okay? Whooped him on the inside move. Got him. That's a dub, okay? Set him up outside, got him to overset, got him back inside. That's a dub. Comes back out, boom, gets right into the bull rush. Tate's hands are outside, loss. I'm going to tell you that right now. But watch the finish right here from Foreman. He's basically punching Tate in the face, puts him on his back, and then stares at him, okay? Very next rep, left him holding the bag, okay? I mean, every single time this kid gets on the line of scrimmage to get ready to rush the passer, he's got a plan. And a lot of young kids cannot say that, okay? First plan, I'm going to beat him inside, okay? Beats him inside. First, I'm going to set him up outside and then beat him inside. I'm going to give him a speed rush, rip back inside. Next, I'm just going to give him straight bull rush, punch him in the face, put him on his back. Next one, I'm going to make him worried about the bull rush, get him a quick set, and have him walking away like that, okay? Sometimes the other dude just be getting you. I'm my own up next. How about that? YouTube out here tripping. This is going to be a whole weird thing right here. That's weird. All right, let's watch some highlights, some actual tape of the kid. Now, you want to know how you know you're a good football player? You only have to make a sophomore highlight tape, and then you never touch it again. That's why it's really, really hard to watch this. All right, again, every time you go to turn the tape on this kid, just pops right off the tape in terms of the twitch, the explosiveness, all that stuff. Watch him. Yoink. He literally jumps out of his stance, okay, and then goes and makes a play. 158. We'll watch this play. Now, one thing we always want to know, when I say we, I'm talking about evaluators. One thing we always want to know about as evaluators, as a defensive end, can you convert speed to power? I know you've got a speed rush. I've seen you bull rush. Can you do it in a game? And he's going to do it right now against Modern Day. Okay, that's Bryce Young playing quarterback, by the way. Watch this right tackle. He's literally going to give him one left arm, a punch to the chest, and the dude just straight sleep out there right tackle. And then he's going to go make a sack. Okay? Look, here's the deal. This is the only kid I'm going to make a prediction on tonight. I'm going to tell you right now, Brian Brzee, Miles Murphy, and Korey Foreman playing together at Clemson, which, yes, where I think he's going to end up going, is the best 3 defensive linemen that will ever play together in college football history. Hot take right there. I'm telling you right now. Miles Murphy just right now, like, is probably a top 10 defensive end right now in college football as a true freshman. Brian Brzee going to be a dominant 3 techniques, already playing really, really well right now as Clemson as a freshman. When this kid gets there, because, again, that's where I think he's going, those 3 playing together, stupid. It's going to be must-watch television on Saturdays when these guys are playing together. All right, up next, we're going to Tyrion Arnold. And again, I got to ad-lib a little bit here. So if anybody's got some questions, we'll take them. How good is Jalen Carter? Jalen Carter is good enough to start and play a predominant role as a freshman for Georgia. Okay. I would put Jalen up there with these guys. Maybe not all the way there yet. But when we're talking sophomore, junior, senior season, I don't think he plays a senior season, first of all. Yeah, he's going to be like that. Okay. Jalen does things that really make you scratch your head that say, 18-year-old freshmen shouldn't be able to do that. Okay. He threw, and I mean threw, Trey Smith like 2.5 gaps. Okay. And Trey Smith's going to be playing on Sundays as a freshman. 18-year-olds shouldn't be able to do that. That stuff, stupid. Makes no sense. So, yeah, Jalen's on par with these guys, I would say, in terms of Brian Brzee, guys like Miles Murphy, guys like even Foreman. I would take them. Honestly, with what Georgia does defensively, I don't know what you would do with Korey Foreman. Does he play a traditional defensive end? Does he play Malik Herring's role? Because I do think Korey's like 270 right now. I do think even if he holds right there, he's probably too big to play traditional outside linebacker at Georgia. I don't know. I really don't. So is he really a scheme fit for those guys? OSU or A&M? Let's stick to the evaluations. I don't be getting into the playoff predictions. I don't really care about none of that stuff. I'm the grind the tape guy. He is built like Chase Young, which Chase Young is a traditional defensive end, right? He's a 4-3, 4-2 defensive end. Georgia technically runs a 3-4, but they're really a 4-2-5 with one of those guys that we're talking about. And it's Azeez Ojulari, who plays an actual 5 technique. Malik Herring plays a 4-eye all day long. So would Korey fit into that? I don't know. I think that's part of the hesitation, if there is any, with Georgia. Okay. How would they use him? Okay. He's built a lot. Honestly, he's built a lot like Jermaine Johnson, right? How do they use Jermaine Johnson? They would love to play Jermaine Johnson at the Jack. They can't find playing time for him. So that would be the same scenario, except when Korey comes in, hopefully Azeez would be out. That would be the hope, right? If you're recruiting him, that's probably what you're telling him. If you're a coaching staff, even if Azeez comes back, he's just there for 1 year, and we'll rotate you in. But then the next question is, oh yeah, but coach, what about Nolan Smith? Outside linebacker room's pretty full, son. That's what I would tell him. Okay. Again, I think he ends up at Clemson, so it's kind of a moot point, in my opinion. They're still in it. They're not out of it. It could happen. I could look dumb, but I think it ends up being Clemson, and this is, again, a moot point. All right, let's watch some Tyrion Arnold. One of my favorites. I compared him in my notes to Richard LeCount. You guys know how much I love Richie. This is the reincarnation of Richard LeCount. Now, and here's why. The kid just loves to play football. When you watch him on tape, it's the very same like energetic mannerisms as Richie has. Same type of smile on his face every time you see him, every time you talk to him, every time you see him interviewed, all these kind of things. The other thing is, dude's got dumb ball skills. Every time a ball is thrown in the air, guess who's the one high pointing it? Tyrion Arnold. Guess who was and is? Richard LeCount. Okay, same kind of thing. Now, this is, you want to talk about swag? This is swag, okay? They're up in this ball game. I can't quite read the scoreboard. I think it says 29-24 up there. They're winning the game. This is a game-sealing pick six. Every other time in the history of football, this kid typically just slides down, takes a knee, calls it a day. Not Tyrion Arnold. Tyrion Arnold's trying to take your throat out. He is trying to rip your heart out of your chest every time he's playing the game of football, and I love that. The kid absolutely has a blast playing the game of football, and those are the type of guys that I would want to play for me, okay? Everywhere I go, I would be recruiting guys like this that I know for a fact. Again, watch this clip. So when he gets to college, I think he's got a pretty decent opportunity to be a threat in the return game. But watch the end of the clip, okay? The clip itself is great, right? Cutting back, reversing field, returning a touchdown for a punt, or returning a touchdown for a punt, returning a punt for a touchdown. But I love this right here. Find your guy, go celebrate with him, okay? The dude has a blast, again, every time he's on the football field. Now, got to looking at the wrong ones. I'm going to tell you what else I know about him. Every time he plays, every time he comes downhill, he's coming to thump, okay? He's coming to make you look like this after you get done with him. He's coming to do this stuff right here, okay? He wants to take your soul away. Every time he is hitting you, he wants to take the life out of your chest every single freaking time. And you know what's freaky about this? This dude's a hooper, okay? This guy plays basketball in his spare time. Not too many times do hoopers like this hit like this, okay? It's a different kind of breed of a kid. Okay? I mean, just back-to-back plays. He's coming downhill, just wanting to take somebody's soul out of their chest. 350. Oh, wrong one. 228 is where we're going next. Now, again, I think he does have a return future. I think he could get back there and return some kicks, return some punts, and be dynamic at it because of that right there. The dude obviously has vision with the ball in his hands. How does he see this guy? I don't know. I mean, number 11 just got put into a body bag and didn't even sign up for it. He don't know what just happened. He really don't. I feel bad for the kid. How do you see that guy? Honestly, he's completely behind him. He is absolutely 100% in this dude's rear view right now. Stupid. I feel like I say that a lot when we're watching these guys that Georgia's recruiting, where I'm just like scratching my head like, I don't think I'll ever be as good at anything as these kids are at football, which is okay with me. Again, the dude don't know how to do anything but freaking kill people every single time. And sometimes, like these next clips, these next couple clips I'm gonna show you. You know, he don't really need to be doing it. Sometimes he might be getting called for a penalty, but I'm gonna tell you what, you don't get this football player without, knowing that he might do some of this stuff every once in a while. Okay. Knowing that he might come downhill and take the soul of somebody and get you 15 yards. Same thing with Lewis Seen. Okay. Same thing with Lewis Seen. Watch. 245. Watch these two clips right here. Some of them don't even make sense. Okay? This play right here. Where's he at? Okay, he's playing wide receiver. Now his quarterback's going to scramble. He's going to come down here and just, absolutely kill somebody. Yeah, he's going to get an illegal block. He's going to get, or what do you call it? Unnecessary roughness, all that dumb stuff, okay? But you don't get those types of plays, or you don't get the major hit sticks, the important hit sticks, without signing up for that kind of stuff too, okay? Just like this kind of stuff. On 318, watch him. He's going to have this guard out here just gallivanting around, looking like a horse trying to graze some grass out here in the pasture, just chilling, and boom, okay? He going to come hit you in your mouth, okay, if you out there just hanging around. No, this is not Q&A. Q&A is for Thursday night. We will see you tomorrow, 478 Dorian, or you can hang out here and watch some tape as we grind the tape on a Wednesday night. This is why I compare him to Richie. Okay, 6 foot, 185, 190 pounds, and just wants to kill everything in sight. He just wants to hit everything in its mouth every single time. .358. At this point, guys, this is a 17-minute highlight tape. But this stuff right here, this is dumb. Okay, he's going to run the alley, high point this football, pick it off, and watch the return. Okay, juke. Now he's going to reverse all the way around the field. They got a block in the back, so it's coming back. I don't care. It's his highlight. We're going to watch him. And he's going to get tackled. But watch the original interception. Okay, playing right down the hash. He's going to run the alley and go pick that ball off, and then make a guy miss and reverse field. Dumb. I was actually talking to a buddy of mine in the recruiting service and recruiting industry today, John Garcia. He runs our SI All-American website. And I told him, I said, I think this kid reminds me of Richie, Richard LeCount. And he was like, honestly, he might have better measurables. He really might. As of right now, I think he might. Richard is a 5'11", 185-pound safety, 190-pound safety that if he went to the NFL Combine tomorrow, he might run a 4.54, okay? This kid's 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, and I would venture to say he's probably a 4.54 runner right now, okay? So, freaky. He's got all the ball skills in the world, too. Sign me up for some of Tyrion Arnold. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, on to my favorite recruit of the night. I know I said that about Nyland. When it comes to watching a young man play the game of football, this next one and last one we're going to watch for tonight, probably my favorite. Okay, some of the stuff that this kid does on a football field, ridiculous. Okay, I said today that I tweeted a tweet with a Spider-Man meme, a 3-way Spider-Man meme. 3 Spider-Mans pointing at each other like the Office scene. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all watch The Office? I hope you do. If you don't, go watch it. It's hilarious. I was not an Office guy until I got a little older, and I'm like, what have I been missing, man? Donovan Edwards. That's who it is. Donovan Edwards is Kenny McIntosh. Kenny McIntosh is Deandre Swift. You feel me? They're the Spider-Man meme. They're the same player. They're extremely, extremely explosive. They can catch the ball in the backfield. They can line up as a slot receiver if you want to. This kid lines up as a number 1 wide receiver outside the numbers and runs deep post routes that I'm about to show you. Okay? Extremely, extremely versatile running backs, the modern day running back, everything about the game of football that is today. This is what this kid is in terms of his skill set. It's also why Todd Monken and this Georgia staff is doing absolutely everything they can to try to get this kid on campus and sign him. Okay? I'm just imagining the offensive meetings of Todd Monken just watching this kid's tape and just drooling at the ideas and the things that he could do with this guy. Okay? it would be stupid. It would be ridiculous with the amount of differences and the amount of not differences, but the amount of plays and designs that they could come up with. Got some questions about Dejon Edwards. Guys, save these specific questions for tomorrow. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll answer this one right now just for shiggles. I did a 15-minute film breakdown on Dejon Edwards. Nothing that kid does at Georgia will surprise me. I'll tell you that right now. I opened the show talking about Gwinnett County and the level of football and told you that South Georgia 7A football is the real deal too. This kid Dejon Edwards had, I think, 1,200 career carries in that conference down there. He's good, okay? He's as weathered and as experienced as any freshman in college football right now. And he was one of the best players in the state of Georgia last year in 7A. So, yeah, I wasn't really, really surprised. The thing about Dejon is, and what we didn't get to see is he don't really have great top-end speed. He's not going to run away from people. But guess who doesn't? Sonny Michel don't really run away from people. I think Sonny's a 4.58 runner. Okay, so same kind of thing with Dejon. What Dejon's great at is the vision inside holes and inside the tackles, which is what you want running backs to do for the most part. When they run the football, you want them to be great inside the tackles. Okay, now let's watch this Donovan Edwards tape. Okay, again, you're going to see everything from this kid. He's going to be playing quarterback in this highlight tape. He's going to be playing traditional running back. He's going to be lead blocking. He's going to be running inside the tackles like he is right here. Okay, he's 5'11", maybe 185 pounds, but he's extremely powerful. Okay, he is absolutely running, high-stepping through arm tackles right here. Okay, I think he broke 3 tackles right there in the hole before he ultimately breaks free and is running to the dough. Okay, now here he is as a running back, and he's going to reverse field. This, how many times have you seen? We saw Kenny do this last week against South Carolina, okay? Gets stuck, play side, not really working. So what's he do? Stiff arm, throws a kid on the ground, and then reverses field all the way for a 35-yard touchdown, okay? Same thing. That's what I'm saying. They are the Spider-Man meme. They're sitting there looking at each other saying, oh, I like your game. And Kenny's like, I like yours too. And DeAndre's like, hey, young bucks, y'all are pretty good football players. I think I can teach y'all something. It's like that, okay? That's how these boys roll. They are identical in every sense of the word. Now, this is one of my favorite clips on here. He's about to put this safety right here, this joker right here. Sorry, I know you got a family. I know you got a mama and a daddy, but we finna embarrass you right here, okay? He don't even touch this kid. Don't even touch him. He about to give him a little hezzy, and the kid's gonna fall on his face. There he is right there. I know I just messed up with the huddle, but he about to give him a little hezzy right there. Right on his face. Okay? Oh, it's him as a lead blocker. I told you, he's going to do it all. Watch him. Bam! Going to go out there and put a kid on his highlight tape. I actually had a chance to kind of do it. I can go back through my YouTube channel. I had a chance to actually watch this tape with Donovan himself in a screen-in shot right here with me. And he was telling me about this. He was just like, yeah, coach called it. And I saw a little buddy in the alley, and I was like, yeah, about to be on my highlight tape. And then he goes out there and hits somebody like that. I'm going to tell you what, I ain't never in my life have I ever been that good at football. Or I saw a kid, or saw something developing and immediately thought, I'm about to put this on my highlight tape. Because I might have had highlight caliber football plays, but I didn't know until afterwards when I watched the tape. You know what I'm saying? Or after when I put the kid on the back of his head. So just a different level of good. Just a totally different level of good. We're going all the way to 3. Actually, I want to get some of this. Here it is right here. Check this out. This is him all the way outside. He's going to run a deep post. Okay. And he's just going to torch the kid. Great ball skills and extremely, extremely fast. Now, the very next play. Actually, it was the play before. Okay. You see him block. You see him make a move in the open field, put a kid on his face. We've seen him break tackles. We've seen him do absolutely everything in a matter of, 7 plays? what kind of football player this kid is. He can do it all. Literally the definition of being able to do it all. Right here, boom. Just going to run right through an arm tackle and take it 60 or take it 45, 46 yards right here. Okay? Can absolutely do everything you require of a running back in the modern game of football. And guess what? He can also play a little quarterback. Okay? Now, he might be strictly a scrambler. Well, there's a play a little later on in his highlight tape that he actually throws the football. And it looks, relatively decent. But I'm telling you that, guys, if you guys remember watching Deandre Swift for years and years and years, that's what it looks like. How about him in the slot right here? See what happens. Oh, reverse. Crib. How about just outrunning everybody's angle? Look at this kid's angle. This dude, hey, go on, pack it up. Head straight to the pylon. Don't even try to catch him right here at the 45 because you ain't going to do it. I'll tell you that right now. Take your butt to the pylon. More receiving clips from him. I mean, that's tracking it over your shoulder from the number one wide receiver position out there. Look at that. He is straight up like this right here. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. We've been here over an hour. Do I have any more clips I really need? Let's go 454. Just to really hammer home the Deandre Swift comparison. Because you guys know how I am. How many runs like this have you seen from Deandre Swift? Where he's dead in the water. Absolutely dead in the water. 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And then boom. Next thing you know, jump cut. I mean, 3 guys literally just hit each other. Look what happens. When he hits this move right here in a second, all 3 of these guys, 1, 2, and 3, uno, dos, and tres, boom, they all hit each other, converging on where they thought Donovan was. Now, I'll tell you what, if I'm Georgia, if I'm Todd Monken, if I'm Dale McGee, I'm turning this play on right here and saying, son, ain't you tired of all this crap? Look at all this snow. Ain't you tired of all this, man? You've been living up there for 18 years. Ain't you tired of that snow, man? That's what I would be doing. Because I think it's down to, probably Georgia and Michigan, honestly. But Michigan's an absolute dumpster fire right now. So who knows? I think they got a legit shot at this point. For a while, I thought it was sewn up. But hey, when your coach looks like he's about to get canned, might need to figure out a way to, or somewhere else. Look at that jump cut. I'm telling you, it puts people to sleep. This is why it's not, guys. It's not when I bring you comparisons like this. To me, it's not just about what their body type looks like, what their body composition looks like. That's part of it, but it's really the style, what they're doing with the game or with the ball or as an offensive lineman, how they're playing, things like that. And Deandre Swift, in my opinion, made his never over when you have Dale McGee. He made his, second round money off the jump cut. I think it's what he's doing in the NFL right now. He's living off of a jump cut. And Donovan's got that. All right. So, end of the breakdown. Now, what I am going to tell you, I keep getting people asking me for predictions, stuff like that in the comments. I don't like to do that. I'm not a crystal ball guy. I don't like doing that. I don't like taking shine away from the young men that are making these decisions. It is the biggest, in my opinion, is the biggest decision these young men have made in their life up until this point. So what I'm not going to do is go run off and tell people where they're going or where I think they're going. Okay. It's not my place, even though I've got a good feeling about all these kids, about where they're going. I got a good idea about where they're going to end up going. I told you Korey Foreman is going to Clemson because dude's got a tattoo on his arm, okay? He got a big old tiger head right there on his forearm, okay? He did this one. Yeah, I know. Reuben Foster had an Auburn tattoo. Reuben Foster also had a cousin that might have passed away, I think. So he had a way out, okay? I can say that's for my cousin. I know you can cover up a tattoo too, and I know the LSU have a tiger head too. I get that. But But I think it's going to end up being Clemson there. So the rest of these guys, I don't really do that. Not my place. So hope y'all enjoyed the breakdown. I know we got a good bit of people here, and you know what I got to do? I got to plug my stuff. Patreon.com/Brooks Austin. The link is in the description of this YouTube video or Twitter bio, whatever you guys are watching me on. Go check it out, man. We do this stuff all the time on Patreon. And if I got some of my patrons here in the comments, throw up some of your reviews, what you think about our Patreon account. We also have a Discord channel or a Discord chat where we hang out, we talk. Guys ask me questions. I ask them questions, figure out what they got going on. It's a really, really good community of some really good people hanging out and chatting it up. I got a question right here that I'll address before I go. Any last words on Tyree pickup tonight? Look, I would tell Tyree this to his face, straight up. I got his phone number. I might call him after this and tell him Tyree West just might be the best player in the nation 10 plays a game. The other 50 plays of the game, he's just an SEC caliber football player. Okay. Those 10 plays out of the game, he has an argument to be one of the best players in the nation. Okay. He's that good. Will you get that out of him every down is the question. I think you will. Okay. Trey Scott has figured out a way to get Jordan Davis to play hard. That none of those guys on that defensive line loaf. I'm going to tell you that right now. And they keep him fresh. One thing about Tyree is he can't leave the field at Tift County. All right. So he is playing a little bit tired towards the end of football games. But when he's juiced up, when he's ready to go, he's borderline unblockable. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I'm really, really fond of what Tyree is doing. I want to see a defensive line coach get his hands on him that's going to really, really test him and try him. And really push him to the limits and see what they can actually get out of him. Because, guys, he looks like an 18-year-old version of Grady Jarrett. That's what he looks like to me. And he's going to play that Malik Herring role at Georgia, no doubt about it. He's going to play 4-eye, and he's going to be freaky at it. Ski here. Justin Davis, Patreon definitely worth it, fellas. Appreciate you, brother. Preston, again, sign up for the Patreon. It's well worth the money for the intel and analysis. Support goes to a great cause. I wouldn't necessarily call me a great cause, but I appreciate it. One less lap dance a month, and you can afford Brooks' Patreon. You know, Dio, I know your first name now. You're in trouble because y'all in that Discord, y'all get to hide on behind whatever name you got. I know your first name now, Ronnie. I'm going to call you Ronnie from now on when you acting a fool up in there, just like you acting a fool up in my comment section right now to my lap dances. We like to say one less Subway footlong a month, and you can get the homies. Okay. You can get the homies over there on the Patreon account, $5 a month. You cut out 2 Subway footlongs, or my favorite Subway footlong, which is the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, which nowadays they done racked up to about $9.46 on the footlong price. Subway be taxing nowadays because they know that they got the goods when it comes to sweet onion chicken teriyaki. If you cut out your sweet onion chicken teriyaki once a month, you can have the OG, where I drop at least what I call a nugget. Some guys call them nugs, okay? They're my private intel. So, again, I ain't going to tell you where a kid's going, but, you know, if Georgia happens to get a silent commit and the kid tells me he's silently committed to Georgia, I'll let you know that there's a silent commit. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You know, I dropped some intel on DeJuan Mathis before he hit the portal a couple weeks back, let everybody know that he was pretty upset, all that stuff. The Nugs, as Micah says right here, the Nugs are great. There's a whole bunch of intel in there all the time. Pretty plugged in nowadays. Been working pretty hard on building up some sources. But the only way we do that is by not burning them. So I'm not going to burn a source just to get some free subscriptions. Okay, some extra subscriptions. That's not the way I'm going to do things. Ronnie needs to find a new place to get lap dances if they're only $10. It's a great point, Jeremiah. The OG Nugs, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head out. Tomorrow night we got Q&A, so show up, show out, ask some questions, get them loaded up. Friday night I will be at East Coweta and Parkview, so we're going to get a good look at Cody Brown. I'll tweet out a link to that live stream. You guys should watch that. It's a television broadcast. I will be in the booth as a color analyst, so I might drop some some hidden gems in there for the OGs, if you know what I mean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.